Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to our Wednesday night Bible study. Tonight we continue our unit, The Kingdom Provided. In tonight's story, we're going to witness the Israelites battling it out with the Philistines. But in tonight's story, the Philistines win the battle. When it's over, the Israelites are very confused. They wonder why God's presence wasn't with them and why they lost the battle. So they came up with a plan. They decided to take the Ark of the Covenant to the next battle and have it at the battle. Now, have we ever heard of the Ark of the Covenant before? Have we ever studied it before? Yes, we have. I hope you remember that when the Israelites crossed the Jordan River, that the priests stepped into the water carrying the Ark. And when they did, something awesome happened. Do you remember? Yes, the water parted and the Israelites walked across on completely dry ground. The ark represented the presence of God. But unfortunately, in today's story, that's not what the Israelites had in mind. They kind of used it more as a good luck charm for the battle. And things do not go well. Do you think that was a good idea to look at that as a good luck charm? Absolutely not. God's presence is important, and they should be living in obedience to be using the ark that way. But let's find out what happens in today's story.
Hi friends, I'm Megan, and this is Jessie.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Jessie.
Oh, hi. Sorry, Megan. I was just counting this money.
No problem. Are you saving your money for something exciting?
No. I have to pay for a statue.
A statue? Why?
Well, I was riding my new Galactics Theater Racer 20-inch trail bike. I was zooming around like lightning. I was going so fast, Megan, you could barely see me. But then I ran into my mom's statue in her garden, and I knocked it over, and its head fell off.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm having to do extra chores to pay for a new one.
Ah, bummer. But guess what?
What?
A statue actually fell over in today's Bible story. But this statue didn't get hit by a bike. Listen to our Bible story to hear what made this statue fall over. The people of Israel and the Philistines did not get along. The Israelites fought a battle against the Philistines, and the Philistines won. The Israelites were confused. Why had God allowed them to lose? The Israelites made a plan to take the Ark of God to the battle. The Ark of God was a beautiful box from the tabernacle that reminded the people that God was with them. They thought the Ark might help them win the battle. Eli's sons, the priests, took the Ark of the Covenant to the Israelites' camp. When the army of Israelites saw the Ark, they shouted with joy. Surely they would win the battle now. The Israelites fought the battle, but the Philistines won again. Many Israelites died, including Eli's 2 sons, and the Philistines captured the Ark of God. The Philistines took the Ark of God to a temple where they worshipped Dagon, a false god. They put the ark next to a statue of Dagon. The next morning, the Philistines went into the temple and saw that Dagon's statue was face down in front of the ark. They set the statue back up. The next day, it was face down again, and its heads and hands were broken off. God punished the people living in the city where the Ark of God was. God made them really sick. The people in that city wanted to get rid of the ark. When they moved the ark to another city, everyone in that city got sick. So they moved the ark to a third city. Then everyone in that city got sick as well. The Philistines were afraid. They didn't want God to punish them anymore, so they decided to return the ark along with gifts of gold to show they were sorry for taking it. The people hitched 2 cows to a cart and put the ark on the cart. The cows moved the ark down the road until the ark of God was back with the Israelites, where it belonged. The ark of God reminded the Israelites that God was with them. Many years later, God gave his people something even better to remind them that he was with them. God sent his son, Jesus. One of Jesus' names is Emmanuel, which means God with us.
All right, boys and girls, that was an interesting story, wasn't it? Let's see how well you were listening. Number 1, what happened to the Ark of God when the Israelites took it into battle? Yes, the Philistines actually captured the Ark. That is certainly not what they were expecting. Number 2, what were some things that happened to the Philistines while they had the Ark? Oh, several things, right? First, their statue of Dagon fell over, and it was just laying kind of like it was bowing down to the ark. Then it fell over again, and the head and hands were broken off. But then some people really began to get sick in the cities where the ark was taken. 3 different cities where they took the ark, those people all got sick. Number 3. How did the Philistines return the Ark of God? They were ready to get rid of it, weren't they? They put it on a cart behind 2 cows, and they sent it back to the Israelites along with gifts of gold, kind of as an apology for taking it in the first place. All right, now for our big picture question. Is there anything greater than God? No, God is greater than everything. God was greater than that statue to Dagon, and God is powerful and greater than anything on earth. Now today, boys and girls, I want to share with you a missions video about a lady named Kathy who saw that the people in the jungles of the Amazon River did not know about Jesus, and they did not know of his great power. And she wanted to make sure that that didn't continue. She wanted to make sure that they heard about the name of Jesus. Kathy and her team went into places that were very hard to reach, places where they didn't even have cell phones, places where they'd never heard the name of Jesus, but they made sure that they heard his name and learned about his word. Let's watch together.
Kathy is a missionary who loves the people living in the Amazon jungle of South America. When she was asked where she wanted to work, the answer was easy.
And I said, where my heart is with those people up the river and that are so far and hard to get to, and they don't know Jesus, they don't know the Lord.
Kathy and her team travel up the Amazon River to tell Bible stories to the people who live there. They even started a church. People who had never heard about Jesus were finally getting to hear. The team was very happy, but not everyone was. Some of the local leaders tried to stop Kathy and her team.
Word got out that a church had been planted, and so we were restricted from going back up the river. We do as much as we can do until we're told to stop. We get out there on the edge and we keep trying to push.
Kathy and her team want to obey the rules of those in leadership, but they know God's rules are the most important. God tells us to go and tell others about his son Jesus, so the team looks for ways to do this even when it's hard. Kathy and her team still visit the church they helped to start. They visit and pray with their friends there.
These people walk 35 minutes through the jungle, and they're there early, and they don't mind walking through the jungle.
Kathy and her team are very excited that the people in the village want to hear about Jesus, but they don't take any credit for what is happening there. They know that God is the one doing all the work.
God knows how all of them can be reached. God has a strategy. And I just pray that He would put that strategy in my heart and in my mind. Our prayer is that God would just continue to use us as we work together, and we continue to give Him the glory for everything that is being done through our team in that particular village.
All right, boys and girls, what a wonderful video. Kathy and her team did not let fear overtake them when the people came against them for trying to share the news of Jesus. They just made sure they continued to do what God had called them to do. And many people have come to know the Lord because of their sacrifice. Now tonight, boys and girls, I hope you'll take some time with your family to read the story. It's in 1 Samuel chapter 4, 5, and 6. It gives all of the complete details of this story, which are very, very interesting. I hope you enjoyed today's story, boys and girls, and I hope you will remember that the presence of God came to earth in the form of a baby named Jesus. One of the names for Jesus is Emmanuel, and it means God with us. The Ark of the Covenant meant that for the people of that time, but Jesus was the presence of God here on earth. And I'm so thankful that we have access to Him today. So we know God is with us because of Jesus. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a great time with your family studying this story. We'll see you soon.